G'day, and welcome back to our Erlengrat farm build. Got a couple of things to decide today. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have some wool for sale. We have some produce, not a lot of it, and we have some honey. I was also going to, I've got a contract to complete over here, and then I was going to finish this field with oats, but we got a good sized field there of oats. So I think maybe sorghum. It's a little small to get a decent profit off of. I'm just trying to think. Soybeans, no. Canola, it's too late for us to plant canola. So soybeans are high price but low yielding. I think sorghum. And I have like I said, going to finish the contract on field 11. While I'm driving around, I am also going to be trying to find a good spot to place, not the spinnery, because we already own the spinnery, but the tailor shop. Actually, right around here wouldn't be too bad. I don't know how smooth this is. Let's go down and find out. It's fairly flat here, but we don't own it. It's a tricky one because, I mean, fabric's fairly delicate. Decently priced. But clothing is double the price of fabric. Now, I know you don't get double. I think it takes 2 fabric to make 1 piece of clothing. I'd have to check my cheat sheet to be sure. So I'm trying to decide whether we should be putting in, this is field 11, right? Yeah. Whether we should be putting in the spinnery now or whether we should sell more fabric and build up some more money in our war chest. Now, my other train of thought is, are we putting in the right product? It is sunflowers in field 11, right? Whew, yeah. That's what happens when you're thinking about other things. The problem with this map is, because it was a Farming Simulator 19 map, it was never designed with productions in mind. So there is not a lot of space to put productions. Let me go bring this tractor back from planting. I mean, there's some area around here. If we were to buy this field, chop down that tree, would we be able to fit in I keep thinking it's a spinnery, but no, it's a tailor shop, which is 100,000, not 60,000. But yes, we would be able to fit that in. Obviously, it would require a little bit of landscaping, but we would definitely be able to fit that in. Huh. So that's a definite possibility. Putting it there. See, like I said, because this map wasn't designed with productions in mind, there's not a lot of accessible space where you don't take away from valuable cropland. And I think I'm just going to leave this here for tomorrow. But I do need to weed this because I do not know what stage the weeds will be at tomorrow. And we only purchased a weeder, not a... a hoe. Sorry, I'm lost in thought trying to decide what to do. Okay, let's go pick up that weeder, and then I can start that going. See, if they used the same sawmill that they'd used on Erlengrat, you'd have been able to fit both the carpentry and the sawmill in the same spot it is now. But they didn't change it. I mean, they just basically... And I've been back and forth over the old map a couple of times. Let me just press P. What's on sale? Ooh. Ooh. Huh. It's more or less the same as that Valtra. But it's a lot more modern and probably a lot more efficient. Oh boy, so many things to spend our money on. We are slowly gaining money from our BGA sales though, so that's good. And next month in April we will have stage 3 grass, so we will get a full harvest of grass and be able to sell most of that as silage. We'll keep some for the sheep and some for the cows. I'll double check that as we go by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're okay for now. Okay, so next month's entire sale will go to silage at the BGA. So that will definitely go a long way towards our funding requirements. I mean, as long as we don't go crazy, we can also take out a loan. It's only 3% interest. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. Oh, because it's only been fertilized once. We can't fertilize that yet. Okay. What? Let's take the wool down to the spinnery, and then we will see exactly how much we have. I think we have 4 pallets of fabric down there waiting for us. Okay. And we have a full bale there and a full bale there. So we have more hay than I thought we did. Okay, so no, definitely no rush on getting it down to no, definitely no rush on making more. If we want to focus on silage for a little bit, we can focus on silage and not affect our production. Ah, crap. And then we'll check the price of veggies and fruits afterwards. Because I don't know. I don't think this is a good time for lettuce and tomato. But you never know. The game has surprised me many times before by on Elm Creek, I've gone to sell something thinking, now's not a good time, but I need the money. And it turns out that the price is actually somewhere between what I've written down as average and good. Not the highest, but average and good. And I end up making more money than I think I will. So what does that bring the spinnery to? Spinnery 16,000? I thought we had more than that. Better just move this out of the way. Yeah, see, that's the problem with this map. Like I said, it was designed for Farming Simulator 19, all they did was stick the production facilities in the existing infrastructure, and they didn't clear anything out or level any other land for the productions or the new productions. I mean, Cheese Factory was always a sell point for milk, but it never produced anything. There was no chocolate in Farming Simulator 19, so I can't remember whether it actually, obviously wouldn't produce. I think it was just a basic sell point for milk as well. What are we looking for? We're looking for tomatoes. Ooh dear. And lettuce. Actually, I think those aren't bad prices. Lettuce at 4,000? No way. Okay, so that is definitely at a high point. And tomatoes are 2,000. Okay, so it's actually not a bad time to sell. And I should have checked honey. Who takes honey? The supermarket. I'll bet you it's the supermarket. And it is going up. What the hell is with the prices? Oh, I'm not going to complain. And yes, I am going to. I just switched it over to autoload trailer. And I'm not going to try and take the veggie at the same time because honey weighs a lot and it's really easy to flip. So I will take this, I will sell this, and I will let you know what I get for it. Alrighty, so we made just under 30,000 off the honey and the vegetables. And the reason I brought you in right now is, when did weeders actually start getting rid of grass? Normally they left the grass alone, unless the weeds were too tall. Watch. Yep, strips it bare. Guess I'm going to be filing a bug report on that one, because I really don't think it should be doing that. Makes me wonder what had happened if I'd waited till stage 1 of crop growth. Would I have lost half my field because the weeder ripped it out? I don't know. Anyway, so as I was saying, we made just under 30,000 off the honey and the vegetables. We have 1, 2, 3 contracts, I think. I'll check when we get to the farm that are finished, and they're all around 7 to 11,000, 12,000 each. So say an average of 10. So that's another 30,000 coming in. So that's 60,000. So yeah, that's a good chunk of the spinnery. I think we can afford to go ahead and do it. Now I'm running out of space. The question is becoming where to put everything. I think the weed can go there. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had a phone call, but then I had to take care of a little business down at the dealership. Look what we got, It's slightly less horsepower than the Valtra, but we already have a 270 horsepower case. Let's just check and see how this contract's going. Hopefully they'll be finished. I'm really kind of miffed about what they did to contracts and how completion ratio went from 70% to 90%. Now I think it was always 80 to 90 for planting, but for harvesting, yeah, they changed it from 70% to 90%. So if anything goes wrong, you better make sure you don't have crop destruction on, you don't end up mowing things down by accident. Otherwise, you are not going to do very well. And like I said, you used to be able to make, what was it? Depending on the size of the field, anywhere from a good, well, let's just say an average field was, maybe $10,000 to $20,000 or euros or pounds or whatever you play in of extra spending money. But I did a contract on my main farm on Elm Creek, and I hardly made anything. Okay, so if we put this here, how does that look? Oh, we're spending money like we're drunken sailors. Painting, asphalt. I don't want it to, it doesn't have to look perfect right now. And we'll do the rear area later on. Okay, so there's our entrance. How smooth is that? Reasonably. Not a very Swiss sounding name, is it? Needles and Stitch. Let me go get the fabric and I'll be right back. Alright, I have the fabric and we will take it to the spinnery tailor shop straight away. We're not bad. I guess we still have 131,000 in the bank. And that's going to go up another 40 grand when we finish all the contracts. That doesn't include the contracts for next month. So I would like to be able to buy a combine for harvest season, but March, April, May, June, July. Oh, we've got a couple of months, but there's also going to be a couple of lean months where there are no contracts because everything is planted and, well, no, actually, there'll be fertilization contracts and they pay pretty well. I downloaded a new mod, and I forget what it's called, but it gives your AI workers a name instead of just being helper A and B. And it's supposed to make it easier for you to know who is who. Well, the only person I can think of who is Andy is the one that is doing the seeding contract. Yep. So that should be complete. Let's collect. Yeah. So we're back up to, okay. I feel a little bit better. Before we run away, I do want to see, yeah, it is 2 for 1. Okay, so we have 5,000 liters of fabric. Okay, so if we get 2 pallets of clothing by the prime time is September, and that's when they're worth like they're worth what they're now at least. So that's another $20,000 to $30,000 coming in. Just as a note, the key with contracts, or not contract, you always want to do contracts because they pay, or they usually pay. But with productions, is you don't want to rush into too many of them unless you can complete the chain. Like, there would have been no point for me to buy the cereal factory, even though I have honey, I have corn, but I don't have grapes, so I don't have raisins, so I wouldn't be able to make the cereal. So that's kind of why I thought logically about that. I went, we got wool, we got a spinnery, let's use the spinnery. We bought the spinnery, and yeah, with the money we had left over, we were able that's not full yet, but they're doing okay. Yeah, we were able to actually afford the tailor shop. So that is everything for today's build. I think the next month or 2 is just going to be building some money back up in our bank account. I would like to take, oh boy, I would like to get the dairy going again if we had a proper barn, but I believe that is animals, cows, 254,000. So we're shy about less than 100,000. But then the cost of 60 cows, but the cost of 60 cows might be worth a loan. So maybe we will get the dairy going. Anyway, tune in next episode and find out how we are going to grow our farm. Hopefully you found this insightful, and thank you for watching.